Hi, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Sharonda, your dream encourager. I am just excited to prepare and to share with you tonight how to go from dismal to delighted in dating. And just super excited that you spent your time with me. If you are here right now, I am using a platform that may not allow your name or your comment to show up right away. But don't worry, go ahead and put it in there and I will get back to your comment, even if I have to go back after this recording, okay? I will answer your questions. I will reply to your comments. I'm so excited that you are here with me tonight. I just wanted to, give you a few keys that I had to personally use in my own life to go from dismal to delighted, and we're going to have a good time. So go ahead if you need to, get a notepad, get a pen or a pencil, grab your tea, grab your coffee, water if you like. We're going to be here a few minutes together, and then I'll let you enjoy the rest of your evening. I do hope that at the end of this, you would want to connect with me and we can begin to make some beautiful things happen. I am a dream encourager. Okay. And what is a dream encourager, Sharonda? Good question. A dream encourager is someone who wants to super duper infuse you with the joy, the courage on the inside to pursue your dreams. Whether that's a dream of publishing a book, a dream of owning your own business, a dream of getting promoted in your job, or a dream of finding love, even if you find it online at the grocery store, in your church. You want something, and God's placed something in your heart. And I want to be able to infuse that courage inside of you that you can get it, you can do it, you can overcome, you can come through, you can do exactly what God has called you to do. And you don't have to do it like anybody else and anybody else's timing, but you do have to have a confidence that it has to happen. And so that's why I'm here. I want to encourage you today. If you have been thinking about, praying about, just concerned or just had thoughts about, God, who is out there for me? Why am I still single? Why did my marriage not work? Why am I separated? Why did I have to lose my love? Any of those things that discourage you, I want to be here to encourage you today. There is the reason, and we may not know exactly why, but what I do know is that there's always a good future. Jeremiah 29 says, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. It's for good and not evil, to prosper you, and it's not for harm. It's to give you a future and a hope. And so I really do hope that I encourage you today. So not to belittle it, thank you for joining me. I just want to share with you the tips, the steps it's going to take you from a dismal place in your dating life to being super delighted and enjoying the journey. So let's get started. Once again, I'm Sharonda Green Christopher. I am a dream encourager. I encourage women to fulfill their dreams and love and life, both on and offline, through encouragement, empowerment, and education. And so I want to do that for you today. As I've stated before, it's all about taking what has discouraged you and coming through it by fulfilling those dreams that are on the inside of you. It changes your focus and it puts you in the place that you need to be. And once you're there and you and God have connected in the way you're supposed to, then you can intentionally and successfully date and find the man of your dreams. And it's really interesting because God might begin to write that out for you. And it may be a little bit different than you thought. Even better, always. All right. So with that being said, if you are here today and you relate to anything I've said already, you're in the right place. If you are married, but you have a friend, maybe she's been complaining a little bit about not finding anybody, thinking there's no good men left, or dating's not working for her, online is just terrible. You might want to just share this with her because, like I said, there is encouragement out there. I want to empower you to know it doesn't matter where you meet, God's man for you, right? But the whole point is to get you out of discouragement and you fulfilled in doing those dreams so you can get there. But if you are that one and you're like, yes, I have tried online dating, I dated somebody and they were liars and I'm just tired of it. I'm kind of done with this whole thing. Stick around, because I hope to give you a little bit more energy after this. If you're saying, I know there's more out there, I know I'm a good woman, I know I got love to give, I just know this, I just don't know where the guys are. Stick around. Also, you're in the right place. And you could be in a place where you're like, you know what, I'm not even sure I'm ready to date at all. You know, my heart is still healing. I'm still trying to figure some stuff out. I'm still trying to process through life. Sweetie, you're in the right place too. So a few years ago, I actually experienced all of those. The beautiful thing about my story, and I say beautiful now, but it didn't always feel beautiful. But the beautiful thing about my story is that I know what it feels like to be like chronically single for a very long time, feeling like I'm a great person, but literally, why am I not married? Where are the people, where are the men all these people are talking about are there? I know that side of story. I actually did not get married until I was 36. And in our society, 36 is, it's pretty old. I've actually been told before, if you're 35 and you're not married, then you might as well go ahead and buy cats. Listen, that's not what you're hearing today. I don't care if you're 85. Hear me. If your desire is still to be with someone and you know that's a God-given dream, I'm here to encourage you. That 85-year-old man, or you might want to go younger, whatever, that person is out there and they're dreaming of you right now. So I'm not going to be that dream encourager that says, hey, there's a time limit. Nope, there is not, because God has a plan for us, a future and a hope. And so we're still breathing that future, and that hope is still available. So yeah, I knew what it was like. And then I got married, and then I had issues inside of my marriage, right? So thinking, okay, I waited a long time, and then I had issues. What is that all about? So if you are here and you're having issues, you're still married, maybe you're separated, listen, even those can be worked out. There's always a solution. It does take two, but listen, you can be what you desire to be. If there's an inside desire, I believe God put it there for you to stay and to be what God has called you to be. And then it might be those who have, you decided to call it quits. The issues were too much to overcome. At least that's what you all decided to do. And I understand that part too. So when I'm talking to you, this isn't theory, this isn't happenstance. The goal is to share with you the things that I did to overcome all of these areas and then lead into a positive, joyful, okay, you still got the dream. You're still positive about it. You still know it's going to happen. And you're going to share love and receive love. That's what it's all about. So if that's you, you're in the right place. If you stay on to the end, I have something that I want to give you. Yes, I have a gift for you, just for you spending your time with me, because the world will tell you you might be too old. There's nobody out there, online, they'll hurt you, or, you got to be careful because everybody's a liar. You hear all of those stories, but I know there's stories out there that says, I waited on the Lord and I found exactly what I was looking for. I got myself together. I allowed myself to heal, and I felt so much better and full of joy, even in a place where I could begin to bring in and attract people that, I really want in my life. So how do you get to that place? Well, the first thing you have to do, and this would be number one for those of my people who are taking notes, you have to identify where you are. Do you know so many of us go through life over and over again? Go to work, we come home, we cook dinner, we do the laundry, we watch TV, we do it all over again the next day. Or if you have kids, then you're taking them to practice, you're bringing them back, you're making sure, they're taken care of, you breathe maybe for a second, you go to sleep, you wake up, you do it again. And you never take a real inventory. Where am I? And we just had a mental health and relationship series last month to kind of, help people hone in that there's things going on in your brain that's connected to your heart and vice versa. And so the number one thing you need to do before you can go from dismal in anything, but definitely in dating, to delighted, is take inventory. Where are you? Are you in faith? that there is someone out there for you. And when I say that, I'm not saying, are you in hope? I'm saying, are you in faith that there's someone out there for you? Here's the difference. I can hope something happens. I can hope I go to a Quick Trip or whatever and buy a lotto ticket, and I can hope I win. That doesn't really mean I believe I am, but I can hope it. So what I'm saying is, when you're thinking about and you're taking inventory of yourself, you want to make sure you can recognize and identify, am I in hope that I'll find somebody, which means it may or may not happen, or I am in faith. I know that in God's right timing for me, I am. Okay, that's number one. Go ahead and take that inventory. Just take a breath and decide, do you believe? And if you do not, that is not a judgment. It's a good identity mark, because if you know where you are, you can know where you're going. Okay, I don't believe. All right, I do hope. I'm hopeful, but I'm not really sure, because I've tried this thing too many times. I've been married so long, been separated so long, I've been without dating for so long. How would I really know and have faith that it's there? Well, the first thing you have to do after you've identified that you really don't have faith is, it's going to sound simple, but you have to get around faithful people. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And so stop talking to the people who are saying they're only dating busters and scrubs and people who are doing it wrong. You need to find people, and they're out there, who have great marriages and can tell you about their dating relationships. You need to get around great people who are saying, you know what, I just had the best date of my life. You need to get around people who are sharing, how they're giving in a relationship, so that you can begin to create and get that faith, even if you've never experienced it for yourself. Education is about exposure. How can you be educated on what you want if you never get yourself in a place to be exposed to it? So that's the very first thing. You can continue to think that you're in faith when you're really just in hope, or you could truly put yourself in that place and feel like, Sharon, I don't know anybody that has a good relationship. I don't know anybody that has a great marriage. I don't know anybody that's dating well. Well, I told you were in the right place. Stay on to the end. I have something for you so that you can connect with other women who are doing it well, who are successful in dating, not just in their own personal life, even though they got that down too. All right. So we've talked about the first thing. You have to identify where you are. And then the next thing you got to know if you're in faith or if you're in hope. Then after that, you have to decide, okay, so now I know I am in faith. I'm not just in hope. I need to get around some people. What do I want to learn? That sounds weird, right? What do I want to learn? This is number 2. What do I want to learn? When you're trying to go from dismal to delighted in dating, what does dating mean to you? Dating to some people mean you're going out, you're exchanging chemistry. You know what I mean? Like, I feel your energy, you feel mine, we're having a good time. I have no clue where this is going. I really don't have an end goal, but I hope that we connect, and I hope we do it again until something is decided. Or you could say, dating for me is about finding someone that I feel like we can enter a courtship and end in marriage. So we literally will not date unless we feel like there is some type of leading that marriage could actually be the end goal. For others, dating really is, and this is what I would teach anybody who's not sure what their end goal is. Dating is about collecting data, okay? So I got to know where I am before I can begin to connect with someone else, right? Because you're going to start collecting data from them. Don't collect data, meaning don't date anybody if you don't know where you personally are in your heart and in your mind. Don't do it, because you're actually going to end up wasting their time and yours, and you're going to stay in the dismal place, okay? But once we have decided step 1 and we're there, now is the time to collect data on somebody else. Dating doesn't mean that everybody you go out with, or you have a lunch or coffee date with, or even a dinner date, that they're going to be your spouse. But the beautiful thing is, God has placed gifts and skill and personality traits in everyone. that you can begin to collect data on and say, yeah, that connects with me. I actually like that. That does not sit well. I can't get with that. So your second step is about, where do you want to go? What does dating mean to you? If you want to date in a way that is going to bring delightful feelings, know where you want to go with it. Meaning, I am dating to marry. So when you're sitting down with someone, you're not interrogating, you're not giving them the 100 questions. What you're doing is you're taking in, what is their personality? Does that match with mine? What are their dispositions about certain things? What are their thought process? How do they think about this compared to how I think about it? And as you collect data, whether it works or not, you can be happy because you have just now did research, and you've had a good time doing it. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 1, identify where you are. Please know yourself first. Yes, so that you can know if you're either hoping or in faith. You may not even have hope, but you have to know where you are before you begin to go out and collect data, is what I call dating with someone else. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, what kind of help did you need before when you were dating that you still don't have now? Let's think about that. That sounds really weird. I don't need any help to date anybody. I mean, we just go out and we just eat, right? We just go to the golf course. We just, maybe hang out by the pool or something. But what kind of help did you not have before? That's what you need to seek now. Hear what I'm saying. You met a guy, and he was beautiful, right? He was just gorgeous. Like, yes, check the box. He looks awesome. He's amazing. He was charming. Y'all had great conversation. Yes. But then when you begin to communicate outside of the date, you didn't understand why every other day he wasn't talking to you. Then weeks would go by. He's not really connecting the way y'all connected in person. You don't know what's really going on. And so you begin to seek maybe your female friends or maybe some of your guy friends. You're like, I don't understand. We had such a great time together. Why are we still not connecting? Why is this what I call fading away? Well, did you need help on how to read the clues? Did you need help on what he actually was saying? Why the connection was strong while y'all were together versus why y'all aren't connecting anymore? Did you ever sit down and say, gosh, I need help understanding a man's language. I need help understanding how I want to communicate to a man myself. You have to get this type of help to go from dismal to delighted, because communication is so important in a relationship. If it is, guess what? That's going to mess with you. It's going to make you feel less joy. And the goal of this is that we stay delighted in our dating seasons when we're dating, because we want to make sure that not only are we fulfilling our dreams daily, we want to make sure we're guarding our hearts and not allowing people to take energy and to take things from you, because that does not feel like joy. So have you ever needed help kind of interpreting what's going on? Make sure if you have, that's what you seek. Okay. So you have the first thing, identify where you are. Okay. Specifically, you want to know, do I even believe that my man is out there for me right now, that he's dreaming of me right now? Do you believe that? Okay. And I want you to know, because if you act like you believe it and you only are hoping, it'll be just like that lottery ticket. There was a Mega Millions maybe a few weeks ago, and it was like super large. And everybody's like, yeah. But I would bet that 95, if not 99% of people only hope. They didn't really have true faith that they were going to be the winner of the Mega Millions. I mean, that, what evidence would they have for that? I don't want you to think about that in dating, because you don't have to win the lottery to find that person that's for you. It's not the truth. It is not the truth. And so you need to know where you are. The second thing, you need to identify what is dating to you. Is dating just about having fun? And if it is, know that. So when you begin to collect data from other people, you're not wasting their time. If dating to them is to end in marriage, if dating to them is to see who they can court, if dating to them is about a hookup, you never know what it is, but you need to know where you are so that you can collect the correct data and see if you really are a match. It keeps you in joy because you know where you are and you can quickly say, okay, with all respect, I cannot, continue to date you. I've got enough data. Thank you so much. Or you can say, okay, we're on the same page. And then 3, what kind of help have you missed in the past? What did you need beforehand? Did you need someone to look outside of your beautiful rose-colored glasses because he was so fine and say, look, girl, he ain't picked up a check since you met him 3 years ago. He probably is not into you like that. Or, or you know what? If he only calls you, at midnight, that might mean something. Or, if he calls you every day, he's asking how your family's doing, and he wants to know if your recital went well, and he wants to support you and your children. That might mean he's a quality candidate. Doesn't mean it has to be yours, but those things, have you missed the help? Have you missed the cues? And if you have, are you seeking them? Well, I told you if you stay to the end that I was going to give you a gift. And what I want to do is I want to give you the gift of a consultation. I want to talk to you. Let's have a conversation about what has dating been like before. Have you been hearing the same thing from people over and over and over again? Girl, you too talkative. Girl, you too mean. Girl, you too obnoxious. Or you're too nice. You let people run over you. Whatever it is. If you have heard the same thing over and over again, there may be something that I can actually help you with to, kind of pinpoint where you are, what you think dating is, and the type of help you need. Or if you felt like, they just haven't been fun. I put my heart out there so quickly and it just keeps getting trampled on. Every time I talk to somebody, I think they're way more interested than they actually show me that they are, or it's just not guys out there that's telling me the truth. Everybody's just out for one thing. I can help you with that. It's called reading between the lines, and I want to help you do that well. So I want to gift you with a time with me let's just chat about what it is that you feel like you need. If you're not the person that's in faith, that is okay. It's okay. Please admit that. Please admit it to yourself. I've had to do it. I've had this. Listen, my whole business started because I wasn't in faith. God, I don't believe this is going to work. I don't understand why it's not. I don't understand what's going on. But that's when the revelation came. Dreams came simply because I told God, I cannot be here any longer. I can't be in a place where I'm discouraged, where I don't have joy. I'm not happy. I'm not myself anymore. He told me to write down the things that were important to me. And I did. And when I looked down, I realized that everything I wrote down spelled the acronym DREAMS. So that came because I was very honest. This is not where I am. This is not what I believe. And the point about it is that God is the author and the finisher of our faith. So if you don't have it, he has it authorized for you. You got to go to him. And that's why I feel like he's given me the ability to talk to you, because I've been through the ebbs and the flows. And I know, I am so grateful that I know there is joy on the other side of whatever season you're on. There's joy to continue through the season. And you can always go from dismal to delighted. And that's why if you would like to speak to me, let's talk about how we can get you those 3 things. Now, obviously, once we get you there, you're going to be like, okay, so still, where the men? And if you're thinking that me and you, we're going to work because I have something else that I want to invite you to, where not only will we have a chance to connect and talk, and I want to offer you a consult free of charge. You just connect with me via Facebook Messenger. You can go through my website, Dreams Global, DREEAMS global.com. You can go to the Dating in 3D tab and just go ahead and give me your information. We'll connect. I promise you. Let me tell you the end of the story. So everybody knows that I was there, the dreams, I wrote it down, the business was started, but the joy came back. This is what we want. If you're single, but you're joyous, like a sincere, legit, authentic, joyous, it doesn't matter if you have to wait for your king because you're doing it in joy. But when you're single and you're waiting because you're just kind of pissed off about it and you don't understand why everybody else can connect and you're not, and you know that you put your heart out there and you don't want to do it anymore, and you know you're putting love on hold to save your heart, you're still in a dismal place. And that's not God's intention for you. To learn, sure, but to stay dismal, meaning discouraged in a bad place where, I don't even know if I want to do that again at all, that's not God's best. And so let's connect so I can tell you about that. You wanted love because it's for you, and it never, ever, ever changed its purpose, no matter what course you have taken. So I am going to offer you a consult with me, and I want to invite you to something that is going on that's really, really, really special with guys that I know, men that I know that equality, yeah. And this is coming up very, very soon, so do not delay. Our next cohort will be actually starting this Sunday. It's Thursday, guys. So that means in just a few days, we're going to get a beautiful group of women together to make sure that you're not discouraged. Make sure you're fulfilling your dreams, and make sure that you're intentionally and successfully dating. I mean, just imagine when you come back from that date and you close the door and you lean back on it, and you're like, oh my God, that was such an amazing date. I'm feeling good. I'm in position. I'm fulfilling my dreams. Everything is great. This could possibly be the one. And do you have to talk yourself down because, it was just a first date? That's what I'm talking about. I want to get you from dismal to delighted. And then this will not be for you if religion or prayer or something like that offends you. We love you and you're always welcome. But I will say that we do invite God to help us. We do pray, because I believe if God created me and created the person that I'm going to be with, he could probably give me some insight that I don't have on my own. And I know I've messed up before trying to do things on my own and in my own way. And it did not turn out the way that it should have. So we will have prayer. It will not be church. It will not be like that. It's actually just like it is right now. We just talk, we get real, and then like the light will be coming to you and showing you, they'll tell you how they met their gentleman, their new beaux, and literally in just a few months. It wasn't long at all. So I want you to be around so that you can hear and see live, their testimonies, because you can trust me, whether it's going to sound even better from them. All right, ladies. So anybody have any questions, go ahead and type it in the comments or hit me up in Messenger. I want to make sure that I provide you with just a little bit. I want to give you some suggestions. I want to, talk to you a little bit, and let's see if this cohort would be good from you, because why stay dismal when the light is around the corner, right? Always remember, there's somebody dreaming of you, and they're dreaming of you right now. It's okay if you need help to help that dream come true. I'm Shonda. I'm your dream encourager. I look forward to talking to you. Be blessed. Be delighted. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Enjoy your night. Bye-bye.